up with our old buddy Jussie Smollette because it's been a few minutes and I have something to say. He has been sentenced to 150 days in jail and 30 months probation. This is 3 months after he was convicted on 5 of 6 felony counts of disorderly conduct for lying to the police. He's going to have to pay the city of Chicago over $120,000 in restitution and an additional $25,000 fine. We all know, we're all on the up and up here, what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah. I can go over it for you, but I think we all know what he did.
What happened to the Nigerian brothers who were paid to maybe beat him up?
Yeah, didn't they testify? And they said, we're the trainers. He gave us $3,500.
I do enjoy our legal system. Evidently, the way our legal system works is like, I can be hired to carry out 18 hits for the mob, and then if I'm caught, all I have to do is tell you about the person who paid me, and somehow I'm fine. So these guys are involved with this crime.
The Osundairos.
And either they beat up Jussie Smollette or they were paid to pretend to do a race hoax to beat up Jussie Smollette. But either way, all they did was get their testimony, and now it's as if they didn't participate.
Yeah, it's all good.
But also, did we need their testimony to convict him? Because I feel like he wrote personal checks to these guys. They wouldn't. By the way, the second you go, hey, when the cops go, hey, can we see your phone? And you go, absolutely not. Either this is a race hoax or you have a ton of horrible gay porn. And possibly both on your phone.
Well, speaking of which, Brian, jump in here. Didn't we hear something at one point about a possible love triangle that was going to come out that I'm not sure ever did?
Oh.
Didn't Garrett just say that at one point?
A certain celebrity lawyer who's associated with the show floated the theory that maybe it was a lover's quarrel.
Well, not only is that,
but who do we believe?
But it looks like Kaepernick's trying out for the league again, too, Brian.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
In the unfinished business department with Mark Aragos. So now he's going in for 150 days.
Yeah, and 30 months probation.
All right. Well, look, good. By the way, I don't know if he's delusional. He had a fist up in the air. He was like screaming, I'm not going to commit suicide. The judge was like, you sure? Yeah. We won't take away your shoelaces. Just for the first couple of nights. Just think about it. All the linens you need. And not that shitty fitted stuff. It's good old fashioned like Grandma used to hang herself with. He's outraged. And I got to tell you, the one thing I think about this, you got your beautiful mom, kept your room as a shrine. Yeah. My shrew of a mom would never do that for me. But I love the siblings. I love the brothers and the sisters. They interviewed his brother, maybe his sister and his brother.
She's an actress, yeah.
And she was resolute, and she was upset, and this is a miscarriage of justice, and he was a victim. And then she was like, he's a victim of a violent crime, and he's going to jail. What kind of America are we living in? By the way, my sister Lauren, if I ever did anything like this and she got a microphone, she'd be like, 150 days? That seems a little light. Jesus Christ, Chicago could have burned to the ground with whatever this asshole was saying. Fuck him.
Set an example.
Yeah, he's only my half brother anyway. There's no way anyone in my family would defend me if I did this.
We've seen them in the room while you attempted to compliment yourself and they shut you down.
You saw my grandmother.
Oh my God, I've never seen such vitriol.
Convicted of the crime of being on basic cable and doing a decent job of it, my grandmother attacked me.
I don't know. I don't want to speak ill of the dead, and I'm not sure I could do an impression, but from what I recall, you brought her a beautiful chantilly fruitcake.
That's right.
And she ate it happily. Mm-hmm. And you were talking to her, and she said something to the effect of, "It's strange because I never thought you had any charisma."
Yeah. She was, my grandmother was filmed for a TV show I did, and Chris might be able to find it somewhere, but she basically was confused that I was a celebrity and was explaining that I lacked charisma. So in her world, it would be hard to achieve the status of celebrity that I'd have achieved minus, given my deficit of charisma. What grandmother thinks their grandson is missing charisma?
It's literally never happened before.
And were your grandparents around long enough to see Hart become, sell 35 million records?
What? What's that?
Were your grandparents around long enough to see your success?
Oh, no, they were not. When they both passed, I think it was in the mid-'70s, so they just saw me as a little kid learning how to play guitar.
Good bullet dodge.
Who had big plans, and they were like, "Oh, that's cute. That's good, sweetie. Aww. Yeah, I like your little orchestra,
Yeah.
Yeah,
your little orchestra. Anatomy, your little comedy skits.
Right.
They're so funny.
Right.
Yeah, all right. But were your parents around to see you guys have your success?
Oh yeah.
Oh, good.
And our mother was pretty worried and suspicious of the whole entertainment industry because it's 2 out of her 3 daughters getting involved in it, right?
Right.
But our father was our number one fan. He drove us to gigs, and he read the reviews, and he got really pissed off if we got a bad review. He was great. He was our big supporter.
Yep, that was my dad. He'd get really pissed off if I got a good review.
That was your dad, but for Hart.
That's right. Yep, my dad loved Hart. Until I told him I loved Hart,
Right.
Then he was done with Hart.
It was over.
Chris, are you able to find my grandmother's review of my being, of my soul?
We're working on pulling it up.
Well, all right,
Stand by.
we'll see if we can find that. But yeah, sorry, what were we talking about?
Well, let's talk about JetBlue, a fine airline. However, a pilot from JetBlue was removed from his flight recently in Buffalo because he told authorities he had 8 drinks before getting on the plane.
Really?
Yeah, the TSA officer told police that a pilot appeared to be very impaired as he passed through security. 52-year-old James Clifton in the cockpit of the plane was preparing to depart for Fort Lauderdale. He admitted to drinking a little before the flight. His blood alcohol level, 0.17. 4 times the legal limit for flying a plane. By the way, pilots are barred from drinking within 8 hours of the flight, and Clifton was taken into custody and is facing some pretty major charges.
So it's 4 times the legal limit of what you're allowed to fly a plane
Yes.
with? Look,
So
I'm a champion of alcoholics around the world, but shouldn't it be 0 for flying commercial
I'm
aircraft?
pretty surprised that any number is acceptable.
Yeah, like maybe 1 shot just to take the edge off,
Right.
for takeoff, just to kind of get comfortable in the seat. But after
Maybe
that...
he's Jewish and it's the Seder and he has to have a little Manischewitz.
But also...
There you go.
Is it, for me, look, I don't know if the flight was delayed. If this flight was on time, I got a big problem with this guy. If it's delayed, then I do not judge, because there is nothing to do but drink when a flight is delayed. And I also think pilots in general have, like, if certain jobs have they're thrill seeker jobs.
Right, sure.
Thrill seekers are alcoholics. Alcoholics are attracted to this sort of thrill seeking job. Pilot, because the guy's flying for Southwest now, but he wanted to be a fighter jock when he was in high school, right? He saw
He was.
He saw Top Gun. Yeah, he flew for the
Right.
Navy, he flew for the Air Force, whatever it is. So that group, as a group, I would say pilots have a higher rate of alcoholism than school teachers do. That's what I would say. So let's not judge. And look, school teachers, they have autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. We wish him well.
How would Why did he rat himself out, though?
When you're that drunk, do you have a choice? He was clearly impaired.
Maybe
right.
they breathalyzed him.
And they pulled him out of the plane.
Yeah, he said, I may have had 8 drinks.
I wish I was on that flight just to hear the cockpit announcement. Like, EFA requires you wear your mask at all times, or fuck it! You know who always wore her mask? My cunt of an ex-wife. That's fucking true. Tampering with, disabling, destroying the lab smoke. Look, if you want to smoke, you smoke. I'm not going to fucking say shit. We'll be landing in Fort Worth area with a 8-knot wind out of the south. Does anyone know what a fucking knot is, by the way? Can we speak some fucking English up here? Who are we carrying? Mariners from 1820s back there? Who the fuck knows what a knot is?
Captain, we're going to Fort Lauderdale.
What happened to Ann? Did she fall off?
I think it's a silent protest.
Oh, okay.
This bit is just no good.
They always give us the knots,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just miles per hour.
Knots and leagues.
Oh, leagues of the sea.
Yeah, don't get me started on fathoms.
Yes, all right.
Yeah.
Did Ann fall off? Was she offended that I was doing a drunk pilot? What happened?
Wait, is her current partner a pilot? I don't know. We're going to have to find out.
I don't know.
All right, well, let's talk about your favorite sport and some good news with it. Major League Baseball and the MLB Players Association. Oh, shut up. Everybody's grunting already. Reached a deal Thursday ending the 99-day lockout. Among the things they settled were these. Doubleheaders will return to 9-inning games instead of 7-inning games. And there will no longer start with a runner on second base, which will make the games longer.
Why? Why did they want this?
Any experts out here? Tradition, like
All right.
Fiddler on the Roof. But now fans will have a full 162-game season. They're going to make them up. They have 162 games. They'll catch up.
Yeah. All right. Not interested. I'm not.
Told ya.
162 games. Like the NFL wanted to go from 16 to 17, and they argued about it for 4 years. Like, they play 162 games. None of them count until the very end. We don't need them. Why do we need a doubleheader? Oh, we don't need it. Look, it's just it's an excuse to drink and hang out, get fat. And that's fine. I appreciate that part of baseball.
That aspect, sure.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We'll have some local news that I was pretty excited to find. Researchers have studied the science of happiness and found that it's a key ingredient, including positive mental state, healthy body, strong social connections, job satisfaction, financial well-being, all these things. It also depends where you live. Well, Wallet Hub drew upon all this research in order to determine which of more than 180 cities in America, the largest cities, have the happiest people in America. Overland Park, Kansas, number 8!
Wow.
Out of 180, number 8.
You guys are friendly. When we pulled up to the hotel. Mike went in. I got my bags out of the back. I thought I was walking into the hotel, and some friendly locals opened the door because I had my bags.
Right.
Opened the door. Then there was the other door inside that doesn't exist in LA because it's 77 degrees at all times.
Right.
So then there's this other door, and then this other friendly couple opened that door, and then I walked in, and I found I was standing in a steakhouse and not the lobby of a hotel. And then I looked around, and I went, "Where's the hotel?" And then the guy said, "Well, the hotel's over there." And he goes, "But you'd have more fun here." And I said, "You're fucking right, I would." And then I still had my bags, and I started walking toward the door, and 2 couples opened the door. I never touched a handle. This place is so goddamn friendly. It's just, the door's just open for
You're
me.
a king.
Yes. And then at some point, a well-built gentleman carried me and my luggage around the back of the hotel. He gave me a hand job and then kissed me. He kissed me on the forehead. He sealed it with a kiss. And he said good day, and that's the way we do it over here in KC.
That's
and
right.
That's how I knew. Oh, here's my
there she
Okay,
is.
we have my
Beloved
grandmother
grandma.
saying she's not a fan.
Surprised by how many people know your name.
Yeah, I know.
I think
Whole family.
maybe it's because I don't have cable.
Yeah. Well, if you had cable, you'd really be asking for an autograph right now. You really should see my work.
I never think of Adam as a star, and I think people do, but I don't think he has big charisma or charm, but he is intelligent. Maybe he gets some of that from me.
Wait a minute. What was the second one? I don't have big charisma, and what was the second one? Now you gotta-
Charm.
Oh, that, but there was a second. There's I don't have charisma
Charm.
and charm.
Yeah.
I don't have charisma or charm.
Way to double down. You don't need both.
I should have punched that old bag right in the gut. Here's your charm, you old bitch. I'll show you a charm. I'll show you 5 kinds of charm. Right to the gullet. Superman punch. She didn't think I had charisma or charm.
Yeah.
Nah.
The one family member in the world that's supposed to dote on you.
Grandmother.
Grandma.
Yes.
Bubby.
Her husband wrote films.
Yeah.
Was like in the Writers Guild and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No
why not?
interest.
Didn't want to give it up. All right.
All right. Well, I'm very excited about this
The
story.
real cherry on top is the parting shot where she's like, "What little he has, he obviously got from me."
That's right.
I know.
Yeah, it's
I
awesome.
know. She parlayed her wealth of charm into 44 years working at the fucking VA. Didn't pull. It's not like she got pregnant with my mom and came down from the lights of Broadway and hung up her capizios. She worked at the fucking VA in Westwood, California, her entire life.
Yeah.
She never did. She never made a penny doing anything that involved charm. How dare you?
Weren't her most elegant of events all potluck?
Yes,
Yeah.
everything was potluck, which is basically everyone.
You don't have to explain potluck to Midwesterners.
Well, everyone, you bring your own fucking dish of food in its own pot, and it's called potluck because good luck getting your pot back at the end of the night. Everyone show up, get drunk, forget about their pot, and then the next Monday morning the phone calls will start. Do I have a chafing dish over there, Helen? A lot of discussions.
Yep. Well, we've been talking a lot lately about nunchucks, and I'm awfully glad we have, because
Good.
we finally have another use for them. Ji Desheng holds the record for the most table tennis balls hit with nunchucks in 1 minute, and we have video
Wow.
for you. He had previously held the record by hitting 32 balls, then 34. Now he's made it up to 35. He also holds other Guinness World Records: fastest time to remove 10 bottle caps with nunchucks, and most playing cards removed between 2 balanced bottles with nunchucks.
Oh, Asian guy. What a surprise. This, by the way, ping pong and nunchucks combined. That's a Reese's peanut butter cup of Asian. That's as Asian as you can get. If he did that shit while crouching as a tiger, and it would be an Asian explosion. And is he wearing Bruce Lee's sweat outfit?
Yes, he's a big Bruce Lee fan.
You don't say.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Don't we feel, I feel like we could train up, like if you gave me most 12-year-olds in 18 months, I could get that kid to do this, right? It's not wildly impressive. All right. Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll.
Do you guys ever think about world records you could break if you put 6 months into it? Like, I just learned, I don't know, a little while ago, the record for bowling backwards, like through your legs, is like 130. I'm like, 130, I could beat that.
Yeah. Well, there's the records that are skill-based, and then there's ones that nobody thought
else-
of
yes.
and is too fucking bored to do it. When I was growing up, the Guinness book, that was big time entertainment for me. We had that Guinness book, and had the fat twins on the scooters, right? The Honda trail bikes. We had the Indian
Crazy
woman with the
fingernails.
longest nails.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Sure, yeah. They curl.
There was I think there was a crab with super long arms or something. It's a postage-sized black and white picture of, a catfish that weighed 280 pounds, and I had to stare at it. That was not as good as the Viewmaster, but that's all we had. Hey, Chris, what happened to Ann Wilson? Because I know there was some...
Yeah, she just messaged me. There's a huge storm by her house, and her entire Wi-Fi electricity got cut.
Oh, okay. All right. So, good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was having a really good time.
No, there was... we were... When we were riding in, Chris was texting with Ann because there was a huge storm blowing into her region of the world, but she was kind of wanting to keep quiet.
Oh, okay.
Florida.
She's on the Joe Rogan Experience live
right.
right now.
What? Talking shit?
This is all talking.
All right, let's do one more, or two more, Gina Grad.
You got it. Well, since we're talking about world records, let's do this very classy one. There's guys who like big cars. I'm sure a bunch of them are here. But then there's this dude, Michael Manning, who officially owns the record for the longest car in the world. Mm-hmm. He's a car enthusiast. He restored a super limo known as the American Dream, which is more than 100 feet long and holds the Guinness World Record. We have a picture. Mm-hmm. The white limo was built with the bodies of 6 Cadillac Eldorados.
Wow.
It can seat 75 people. It could seat more if he took out the pool, the hot tub, the putting green, and the helipad. It's a smooth ride, he says, as long as you don't try to turn right.
Yes. Wow. That is it. So, how pissed is his wife? Because this shit takes 14 years to complete every waking moment. You're in the garage, you have the special needs daughter over here, you never see her, you got the son who transitioned 4 years ago, and you still don't know it. Because you're trying to figure out the HVAC system for your 140-foot yacht of a limo, and you're getting a hot tub in there.
Yeah.
I don't know who likes a limo, but I've done some limo travel, and the thing about limo travel is if you're just in the limo to party, it's fine.
Sure.
But sometimes you're in the limo just to get from point A to point B in a super classy way, but it sucks because, like, if you go play a casino, well, not you little people, but someone like myself, no casino would have you, obviously, as entertainment. But let's just say Crystal Gale needed to get to the casino. Well, they send you a stretch limousine because it's classy,
right.
But the stretch limousine takes 20 minutes longer to get out of the fucking airport parking lot because it's too goddamn big. I'd rather they just fucking send me like a Prius with a blower on it or something. And we could make some time.
Yeah.
I don't like the long, and then there's also a lot of checking. You're back there, the window's down, they have to talk to you. Everything takes a while. So it's good if you want to, it's prom night, you want to do a bunch of coke, and you got your friends with you. But it's not really good for transportation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this one is, all this one can do is go forward and backward, right?
Right. It's like the jerk. You get out, you get in, you go 10 feet and you're there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, you want one more? Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes Adam worries that Americans aren't plump enough, and I'm here to ease your fears. Plenty of mornings start with coffee, donuts, and now someone's put them together. Hostess Boost Jumbo Donuts are caffeinated donuts that contain about a cup of coffee's worth of caffeine. Comes in 2 flavors, chocolate mocha and caramel macchiato. The donuts are 3 times the size of the minis, and they're available now.
3 times, fool!
That's right. Run, don't walk. Caffeinated donuts.
But also, they do this thing where they go, well, it has the equivalent to a cup of coffee. But I feel like a cup of coffee has an equivalent to 3 cups of coffee now, right? Because they're all jumbo grande,
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
Or they're all the energy drink
Yeah.
stuff, which is like 6 cups of coffee. Here's the deal with the caffeine. We need to reel it in a little bit. A beaked up America is not a better America. Like, all the fucking assholes out there drinking all the energy and Rockstar drinks and all that Monster and then Red Bull, and everyone's just a huge dick. We need to start putting like saltpeter in donuts. Or we need to bring it down a couple of notches. You know what I mean?
Sprinkle some Thorazine, like
Yeah,
right on
some
top.
Thorazine, a little saltpeter. Guys just going home. Took him 7 hours to beat off. He ended up he stopped and cried 3 times
Sure.
in the middle of it. Too much caffeine. We're already fat enough. We don't need anything put into our donuts. Everyone is infusing everything. Yes, Brian.
You know who could have used one of those caffeinated donuts? Is that pilot who was going from
Yeah.
Buffalo to Fort Lauderdale.
That's right.
Nice dovetail.
Yes. All right, let's bring it home, Gina
You
Grad.
got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
And they were going there to see Crystal Gale. And she canceled earlier today. This is a white dude who's in his early 50s who's going to see Crystal Gale. This is on him, right? I don't know.